Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. I hope you guys saw yesterday, or maybe you did see yesterday, that I got the studio up again. So I'm really excited about that. Let me know how the sound is. Let me know how the video is. I'm going to keep fixing like little errors here and there. And yeah, but I'm so excited to have it back. Oh my God. It's been a ride. It's been a summer. So excited to be here today. We are going to talk about the new moon in Virgo and the human design transit reading for the new moon in Virgo, as well as do an Akashic records reading for the new moon, message from the new moon. And we'll do that at the end. And yeah, so welcome in everyone. Bernadine, welcome in. Jeanette, welcome in. Ashley, so good to see you. Ping, welcome in. Sound and video are great. Thank you, Mary. So excited to see you guys. And if you're here live, if you're watching, make sure to say hi in the chat. I love the live interaction. And if you're watching the replay, give the video a thumbs up and help support the channel. There's a lot of cool stuff that is going on right now. We've got a couple of really awesome schools. We have the Interpreting Astrology School and Mentorship, which is a year-long program that you can still sign up for. We have only done one session so far, and we do one a month. So haven't missed too much. But you can join us, and our next session will be, I believe, September 14th. We're going to talk about how to interpret a natal chart, and we're going to be doing this for a whole year, and I'm so excited about that class. Like, that class is like so much fun. And then there's another astrology class, the Goddess Astrology School, which covers everything about the goddess in astrology, specifically diving into the asteroids, because a lot of the asteroid realm is sacred divine feminine energy. And so we cover the mythology, we cover the history, we cover the astronomy, we cover the meaning, the symbols, and we learn how to interpret these different goddess markings in the chart together. And that's a 6-week class that's ongoing right now. We've already done 2 weeks, so week 3 is coming up on Thursday. And we're going to be talking about the Egyptian asteroids and the Egyptian goddesses, Hathor, Isis, Osiris, Nephthys, Set, and the whole like Egyptian energy when it comes to finding out what it represents for us in our chart. And really the class is so that at the end of it, you can understand what archetype of the goddess you really truly embody and how that shows up in your chart. And you can literally do like goddess astrology readings if you wanted to. So super fun. Join us for that. All right. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Channel for Grace. Hello, Raessa. Welcome in. And join us in our free global community. I'm going to be hosting a free event soon, co-led by moon goddesses that have graduated from the moon goddess training. We're all going to share something special. And the event is free for anyone to join. The global community is free for anyone to join. And these free events are held in our global community along with, hello, Hannah, welcome in. Along with all of the courses that I offer. Everything is all in one place. I mean, this app, it's called Mighty Networks, is fucking amazing. And the best thing I have ever found. Like private group chats for each of the classes, you know, a free community, you know, the paid membership, the Starseed membership is in there. You can have everything all in one feed. It's just so cool. So please check it out. And you can also download the free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It'll also enter you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report that tells you the horoscope for the week. So a lot of exciting stuff. Thank you for letting me share all that awesome information. And now let's hop right into the human design transit reading for this moon. So exciting news. In this chart, there are 2 channels that are complete. One of them involves the new moon, the sun and the moon. And we all have these energies not defined in our chart, but at the moment influencing and adding energy to our specific makeup. I always recommend you have your human design chart with you when you watch these broadcasts, because I will ask you, do you have this defined? Do you have that defined? And you won't know unless you're looking at your chart. So one of the channels, I mean, we can talk about this just real quick. This one up here, the 463-4, which is called the channel of logic, a design of mental ease mixed with doubt, being completed by Mercury and Saturn. So Mercury being the mind and Saturn being our authority, our maturity, our sense of, you know, knowing who we are, making right choices, and all that energy. And so the channel of logic is a channel of, I mean, kind of like it says, I mean, it connects the head center to the ajna, and these centers are all about thinking patterns, thoughts coming in, ideas coming in, the pressure to make sense of stuff coming in through the crown into the third eye, which is about, it's the mind and the ability to think. I also have the 63. So if you have the 63 or the 4, if you have the 63, or the 4, this channel is complete for everybody right now during this this new moon energy, which technically was last night, but we're still feeling the energy right now. And so we have this, you know, ability, I feel like, to think clearly right now when it comes to human design. And we have this ability to process thoughts in a very important way. The channel itself, I want to read a little bit more about it, is a design of mental ease mixed with doubt, meaning we are always healthiest using our mental gifts in the service of others rather than trying to understand our own lives. And there will always be, if we wait, there will always be someone who needs your clarity and inspiration. This channel represents the scientific, skeptical mind that has to question the logical validity of everything. These people are under constant mental pressure to come up with logical answers to their doubts. Ultimately, these people are here to bring inspiration, by questioning and filtering mental patterns, and by looking for inconsistencies in order to protect us from misjudgment in the future. The answers they come up with are not necessarily the right ones, and ideally they must be tested and proved before they have any practical value. These kinds of minds are always focused on the future, and thus these people can worry a great deal about their own future. The only way to avoid this anxiety is to use their minds for research purposes, keeping them busy thinking about other things. These are people who ideally need to wait to be invited before they express their doubts and or solutions. Otherwise, they may end up giving others a headache. This is also part of the understanding circuit, which it literally is about that, trying to make sense of the world. Hello, Alejandra, welcome in. Trying to make sense of the world. So Mercury, the mind, literally the mind, on the 4th gate, the gate of formalization, and Saturn, our authority, our sense of maturity, and knowing who we are in a adult kind of way, is on the 63rd gate, which is the gate of doubt. So we are trying to figure out right now the reasons why we may feel doubtful. We're trying to figure out, why are we doubting this? Why are we doubting that? Like, why am I doubting like my ambition? Why am I doubting my goals? That's what Saturn represents. But we're trying to figure it out, which is good. So we're using the mind, this beautiful mind that we have, to try to make sense of the world right now. And so I feel like this is very helpful, because the understanding circuit, what it looks to do is to understand. And we may, like I said, we may feel confusion. We may feel lack of clarity in a lot of ways. And if we open ourselves up to receiving the answers, that will be the key to actually fully understanding what we're trying to understand in our lives. So that's one channel. So mind is very active right now during this moon. And then we can go to the actual channel that this moon is activating. So the 40th gate is where the sun and the moon are at. And then on the 37th gate, we have the earth. So sun, moon, and earth are completing this channel, the 3740, which is actually called the channel of community. It happens to be in between the ego center and the solar plexus center. So ego center is about willpower. It's about our ability to express that will, to know what we want, and to actually commit ourselves to go get it. And it's also about being able to, if it's defined, you can make promises that you can keep. If it's undefined, you should not make promises, because you don't know if you can keep them. You don't know later on. In that moment, you might feel like you can. Later on, you might change your mind. So not a good idea in general to make promises if you have an undefined ego. And then the solar plexus center has everything to do with emotions and feelings and how we process these emotions and feelings. So we all also, while our mind is trying to figure out, why am I doubting this? Why am I doubting that? How can I explain this? How can I understand this better? Our mind's having this very intense mental pattern. We are dropping into our emotions and our willpower to understand better. And the 37th gate, this is a beautiful energy, you guys. The 37th gate is the gate of friendship, and it literally refers to the family. And the 40th gate is the gate of aloneness, and it refers to deliverance. So the 37th gate, the quick reference theme is people who need recognition through family or community. So community is a big part of what we're actually doing. In fact, this moon is on the tribal ego circuit, which has to do with your tribe, with people, with community. So the 37th gate, these people actually hold the family or community together. Through their friendly nature, they ensure that harmony is maintained within our communities and families. They are natural nurturers. People with this gate always need their friendships to be built upon some sort of bargain. There are many types of bargains, but this can be as simple as one person working while the other looks after the children. Because these people constantly follow the emotional wave, they also have to constantly adjust the bargain between themselves and others. As long as this dynamic is upheld, they can be very loyal people. The 37 represents the distributor within the family, while the 40 represents the provider. Thus, these two themes are deeply reliant upon a clear bargain or agreement. And then the 40th gate, the gate of aloneness, people who need to balance work and rest. One of the three gates of aloneness, between the 40, the 33, and the 12, this is the gate of denial. So these people are always sought after in life for the ability to work hard within a community. This is where the moon is at, family or business. Traditionally, so this moon is asking us to work hard, right? Traditionally, this is the hexagram of the breadwinner. However, this gate is in the ego center, of which a major theme is rest. So these people, therefore, have to let everyone know where their boundaries lie and how much they are willing to give of themselves. That's what this moon is asking us to do. Know where your boundaries lie and how much are you willing to give of yourself, as well as what do you expect in return for what you're going to give. They can be very firm in denying other people access to their willpower. Their time alone is extremely important to them. The 40 needs to be massaged by the understanding and loyalty of the 37 in order to get to work. If the bargain is clear, the 37 will always accommodate the 40's need for aloneness and rest while supporting them during the process. Hello, Mama O. So, this is the channel that is completed for us with this moon, and it's called the channel of community, a design of a part seeking a whole. The purpose of your life, what this moon is inviting us to, is to discover where you belong in the global scheme of things and then to live that out. Instead of trying to figure out where you fit in, wait to see which people or communities invite you in. This is also a mystical channel keynote, or a mystical channel, and the keynote is the glorious and the profane, the channel of tribal spirituality. The whole channel. This channel represents the marriage contract and the family and is the foundation of any community. It is all about finding the right allies to bond with in order to create harmony in the community. These people need to see that all their relationships in life have to be based on the principle of fairness. If the bargains they make with their loved ones or colleagues are not maintained in a clear and open way, the bond will break down. These people have to keep a natural balance in all aspects of their lives. For example, the practical provision of food, a regular sex life, time off for pleasure, and a balanced working life. People with this channel, or this moon, is inviting us to want to know where and how we fit into the community and or mystical level. And on how we fit into the community and on a mystical level, where we fit into the bigger picture. What is our purpose in this community? So, dude, if some of you are like, what am I doing here? You know, in life, then this is going to be the challenge for you to ask yourself, like, is this the right community for me? Is the bargain or the agreement fair? Am I giving and getting back equally? Like, these are questions that this new moon is asking us to figure out. And they are very, very important questions. Like the 19, because the answer is, if the answer is no, then that's not your community and that's not your tribe. Right? It's like, whoa, huge realizations can come from this. Like the 1949, this channel is rooted in touch, which means that this moon is also inviting us and kind of bringing up this energy where we need to become friends with the people that we do business with. Like it needs to feel like a community. It needs to feel like a tribe. If it doesn't, it's not the right tribe for you. They need to have direct contact with others rather than, for example, telephone contact. They should never enter into any deal with someone they have not physically met. Whoa. What? Okay, that one's big. Right? This moon is like, you cannot. And think about it. This moon is ushering us into eclipse season. Oops. And eclipse season is literally the time of revolution and change in our lives. And it is the energy that we're about to walk into. Basically, we are going to, in this process of eclipses, figure out who our tribe is, who our community is, whether where we are at is the right fit for us or not, whether we are getting what we're putting in back, whether we are being supported and whether our boundaries are being respected, and whether we have space to take care of ourselves. That's also a big deal. My Wi-Fi is going crazy right now. Let me text my husband. So yes, super crazy. Hang on. Can you move the van away from Starlink? Anyways, it just came back. So it just blipped. So if I was frozen, I'm back. So what do you guys think about this, dude? This is crazy. This is really powerful. I mean, this is no joke. Like this moon, we're getting serious, right? And we're trying to figure it out. We've got that mental energy going on. We're asking the right questions. We're like going through the mental process. So that's helping us to understand, have the consciousness of it. And then we're needing to recognize and ask ourselves these really important questions. It's like, is this the right place for me? Are these the right people? Those are huge questions. And the world is changing and the world is transforming all around us. So this is good though. This is good because these questions right now are important because the world right now is like super divided. It's being divided without us like knowing that it's happening. It's at a subconscious, like the things that are happening like in the media with like propaganda and things like that. Like we are subconsciously being pushed into places of feeling separate from each other and divided from each other. And that's scary. That's a scary reality. So recognizing this within ourselves, and I'm talking like globally and, individually, but recognizing and paying attention to our community is really important. And so the key factors are, like I mentioned, am I getting enough and am I giving and getting equally? Are the bargains with the people that I make in my life fair? Am I able to make boundaries, healthy boundaries? Do the people around me in my community respect my boundaries? And am I able to take time off when I need to? Because we're also being asked to work our asses off for what we want and for our goals right now. But recognizing like, okay, there are times when I need to pause and not exhaust myself. Because in the Gene Keys lens, this is the shadow of exhaustion. So living effortlessly means those questions that I just asked are met in a fair way for everyone in the community. And if it's a yes, then you will feel much more supported to flow effortlessly through life. Wow, dude, that's amazing. So Sat Nam to this full moon or new moon, inviting us and ushering us into eclipse season. Alejandra says it's a lot. The North Node is directly on your Aries ascendant with this moon activating the ascendant, the Mercury Chiron Yod. Yeah, this is like no joke for sure. So that is the reading. And so we are all under the influence of this energy because these two channels are defined, and we have to be okay with the fact that these questions need to be answered right now. Clarity needs to be here before we like launch forward into whatever we're going into with the eclipse season. These are the most important questions that you need to ask yourself right now. So freaking intense. All right. So what we're going to do next is do a Akashic reading for this new moon. And I'm combining this with this human design reading because I just didn't get a chance to do it. And I've been traveling a lot. Life has been a little crazy for me. So we're back here and we're trying to play the catch-up game. So I'm going to shuffle these cards. And while I do that, we're also going to take a moment to open up the records. Say a prayer to open up the records and create that sacred space. From the deep depths of the cosmic mind, I hear a whisper. This whisper calls us inwards towards our essence. A light begins to glimmer at the center of our heart. This is the light of unity, the all-knowing wisdom of the One. Through this door, we open the gates of the Akashic, the magical flower of life. We see our duality. We recognize our sacred trinity. We begin to witness infinite possibilities as we become the observer and the observed. A powerful and luminescent light engulfs our being, and we feel many dimensions all at once. We enter the Akashic records, protected and loved by all star beings that have accessed these portals before. The records are now open. May wisdom flow, may understanding descend, and may we be blessed with the light of love. Satanam, 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 Waheguru. All right. One card at a time. Gotta fix my little chair here. Okay. What is our jumping off point? Where are we at this moment in time as we usher in this new moon and eclipse season? 10 of Wands. So, 10 of Wands is feeling overburdened, but like doing so much ourselves that we're about to like collapse from the heat, from the exhaustion. This is very much the shadow of the 40th gene key. Exhaustion. Like you're doing so much. In a way, it's like, hell yeah, you're working really hard. You're at this place where you're like, damn, you're really putting in the work. But the problem is that when we get stuck here, we never ask for help. And that's the shadow, right? We exhaust ourselves. We overburden ourselves. So we may feel overburdened at the moment with everything that's going on in our lives. So the key to this card is to recognize where you are overburdening yourself, where you're doing too much and not taking time off. This is perfect for this for this new moon. And not taking time off and not taking care of yourself because you feel like you have to do all of these things. And the truth is that no, you don't. You can ask for help. You can ask for assistance. There are ways to declutter your life. It's hard though, because we feel like there's so many, like all these things have to be done. I'm just going to do it myself. And then we become bitter because we shouldn't be doing everything ourselves. So what's the challenge for us other than recognizing that we're doing too much and not taking a break? overburdening ourselves. What's the challenge for us? The challenge is the Strength card. So the Strength card is grace under pressure. Straight up. The challenge is grace under the pressure. Find your grace. Be graceful. Ease your way through the craziness. Wow. Trust your strength. Trust your inner strength. Overall theme, 7 of Wands. We're feeling like we have to. The reason why I think we're doing too much is because we feel like we're being attacked, and we have to like defend what we know, what we have. And that's the overall theme. It's like we're just like trying to protect the thing that we've been working so hard to get, and it's like the world is like coming at us, and that's exhausting. And that's why grace under pressure. Can you find the grace when everything is like so intense in your life? The wisdom from the ancestors. Is this reading resonating with you guys? It is so resonating with me right now. Oh my God. Okay, wisdom from the ancestors. Okay, 2 cards came out. We're going to go with them. It's 2 major arcanas. So Justice and Temperance. Justice and Temperance. So Justice is, this has to do, to me, this talks about Libra energy, and that's South Node. And that means that the wisdom from our ancestors is they're reminding us of the karmic healing, the karmic work that we're actually doing right now, and reminding us that it takes time. The Temperance card is about finding balance too, but it's more about understanding that you are in a process of transmuting, of molding. You're like remolding yourself. And that's going to take time. Temperance is like the metal. It's like working with metal. A description of it would be like heating up the metal and then cooling it, like as you shape it to the shape that you want it. And the symbol is like you're shaping yourself, you're reshaping yourself. And it's all karmic healing, karmic lessons, karmic things, but it's bringing balance and harmony into our lives. But this is a big theme that we're all working on right now. Like I just recorded the Venus in Libra video for the Starseed membership, and that's the theme that comes up. It's South Node, healing karma, but understanding that it's a long process. It's like first it gets really hot and then it has to cool. Then it gets hot again and it has to cool. Then it gets hot again and then it has to cool, and it's like exhausting. Right? Again, this shadow of exhaustion is very, very, very strong. The message is very strong right now, for us in this reading. Like so on freaking point. Oh my God. Resonating like you're reading my mind. 100% resonates. Yes, as a Libra descendant and Libra moon, Chiron is opposing your moon. South Node in the 12th house. Yes. I mean, this to me is like, oh my God. So who is here? You know, which animal spirit can give us some insight and help us understand what's happening and guide us through this process? Let's see. Which animal's wisdom has guidance to teach us? Okay, we got 2. We're going to go with it. Here we go. Let me... That's actually pretty cool. So, we got the snake and the elk. So, without even looking at the book, because I don't really need the book right now. The snake, I mean, what I love about this snake picture is that you got the flower of life right here. The snake is the Ouroboros, which is it's the snake that eats its own tail. And then the flower of life is pictured within it. And then the elk. So the magic here. The snake sheds its skin. It has to, which means we are changing and transforming. The flower of life represents our connection to everyone else. Our connection to past lives, our connection to people in this lifetime. It also represents the universe and the web. It's a web. So the spider is kind of like slowly, bringing a message in here. We're weaving the web of our life. And as we weave this web, we're changing and transforming. So shedding our skin. For what? The elk. To find our strength in our foundation. To be strong. Like the elk is like one of the strongest, like all muscle, just like the moose. But the elk medicine is actually love medicine in a lot of, it's masculine energy in a lot of, at least in the Native American culture that I learned from. But it's about strength. And like, I feel like there's an energy of commitment within that. So we are here, I actually want to read the elk from the book, but we are here like changing and transforming. And both of these animals, both of these are earth element animals, meaning there is a message here, like you need to fucking ground yourself. The cool thing about the snake is that it can go underneath into the underworld and up, climb the tree to the upper world. And the snake is also the guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. Let's read the book. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. Wow. Elk. Stable. Resilient. Headstrong. The father. The great elk represents the earth. There's a little ant walking on my mic. The earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides, that's the 40th gate. It provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Are you upholding your own values? They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. So the elk is like, I can show you how to do it. I can show you how to transmute the shadow of exhaustion to the city of like divine will. I can show you how to surrender, how to provide, how to like do the 10 of wand things, but without killing yourself. And the snake is like, you have untapped potential. It's ready to awaken, Kundalini awakening. And it's a process that we're fully going through right now. It takes time, but we are awakening. Wow. Dude, that was amazing. From the deepest depths of our soul, we give gratitude and love, for we understand we are a fractal of that cosmic whole. As we give, so we get, open to all possibilities through all time and space. We walk through the Akashic portal back to our inner space, remembering that this wisdom lives within every cell of our being. Thank you, star beings, for holding this sacred space and for protecting us during this journey through time and space. The records are now closed. Satnam. That was a really powerful message, and this moon is no joke. there are so many important things that we need to figure out. The most important. Because these things are depending, we depend on these decisions that we're making right now in our life for our future. Crazy. So I want to thank you guys for being here, for watching this video, and supporting this channel and this community. And I hope you enjoy this energy of this new moon, and welcome to eclipse season. And I'll see you back here in a couple of weeks to talk about the full moon lunar eclipse in freaking Pisces. So here we go. We're doing it, and we're going to be okay. Sat Nam. Love you guys. See you next time.